Welcome booth builders, and welcome to today's video log on the building of this booth. Now today what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in this dodgy little gap at the top, and there's also another little dodgy gap down that side there because this is not quite square. And then once that's done, I'm then going to build the framing for the door, and also probably going to chisel the hinges into the door and other things all related to the door. So without further ado, let's crack on. Okay, so here I have an offcut from a piece of soundproof plasterboard and soundproofing from before. This is the leftovers from when I cut the roof, and now I'm going to use this to cut off a little bit of a section to fill in the gap at the top. So let's do that. So what I'm doing here is the plasterboard came off from the rubber, so I'm just gluing that back on first. Like that. Unfortunately my long piece kind of broke off into sections, so I'm just going to glue it in as it is. It'll offer some kind of soundproofing, and then I'm just going to cover the edges and whack it in the hole. Okay, so it's taken me probably about an hour, but I've managed to fill in that gap. I managed to put some rubber in the back and then put plaster in front of that, and then I've covered it with the acoustic sealant to add the extra little bit of glue and soundproofing. Didn't really want to do that because when I take it down, however long that's going to be, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, I don't know, then obviously that's going to be ruined. But that doesn't matter. I would hopefully have earned the money back by the time I need to take this down, so it won't matter, I don't care. As long as it's an acoustic seal now and it's soundproofed, I don't care. Tomorrow I'm going to get a delivery of all the acoustic foam that's going to go on the inside, and then this will be covered by that anyway. So aesthetically it won't look bad, but technically, hopefully, it should be soundproofed pretty well. Now I've got to do this gap down the side, and then that's that. And then I can work on the door. Alright then, so now that that's done, ta-da, it's time to get on with the door. So, this is literally figuring it out as you go along. So let's see how I get on with this. The first thing I'm going to do is actually build the outside of the stud, get that in place. Then I'm going to build the frame for the door, and then I'm going to fit the door. So first thing, the frame. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is make this piece of wood fit this gap here. Now when I had these made, I actually had them cut to size. I measured it and then took it to the workshop, got them cut, and they're too long. So I've no idea how that happened, but somehow these are longer than they should be. So now I need to cut them to size. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. I've got 4 of them, and yeah, so that's what I'm going to do first. Fingers crossed. Still a bit short. That's okay. I'd rather it be longer than short. That's what she said. There's my pencil. There we go. Lovely. Is that the same at the top? No. So interestingly, it's not the same width at the top and what it is at the bottom. But that's okay, I can still make the stud, which will be kind of a bit more like a rhombus. But then when I come to build a door frame with inside the stud, obviously it's going to have to be square. So I need to remember that. So now I need to do the same for up here. This studding, by the way, is different to the normal studding that I bought. See, this is the normal studding that I bought. As you can see, this one is quite different. This one's quite different. You can see the thickness. This is thinner. The reason why I did that is because my door is actually quite tall. Anyway, standard door size, which fits, but I don't have a lot of play on either side, on either end. And this will be a bit too thick. So I decided to get it planed down. It's a better quality wood than this stuff. And I got it planed down to 27mm, planed and square edged. So it's 27mm here, and this side is now, after it's been planed, it's now down to 69. So that's wide enough. I mean, that's wide enough for me and my door. My door is 30mm wide. So when I've got the stoppers on it, which I think I'll buy a 30mm stopper, that'll be 60mm. Plus I'll have like, you know, the door seal. So I've got enough room there to fit in the door and the stopper and the seal. That'll be enough. Right, let's see if this fits. Did I just cut this? I just made a measurement, did I? Didn't I? It was that 97. That's 97 long. And the gap was 13mm, so it'll be 110. So this, let's check. That's 97 long plus 97 centimeters long plus 13mm, not 13 centimeters. Jesus Christ. So it should be 98.3. Okay folks, let's see if this one fits, huh? Oh, perfect. Get in. Doesn't even shake. It's like absolutely spot on. Jolly good. All right then. Good, so that's my top and bottom. And I'll mark them top and bottom, just in case. Fuck. I just marked the top, bottom. This is the top. Good. Okay. Then I got my sides to put in. Now, like I said to you before, I went to the timbers merchants and I bought myself some nice plain and straight edge, they call it PSC, studding for these walls. Now, I bought them, stuck them in the back of the car, brought them home, stuck them in the garage and kind of left them. Didn't really check them out. And then I watched the video and the guy in the video said that you should check them to make sure that they're straight and also make sure they're not twisted. So I checked my four. 2 of them are straight, 2 of them are twisted. So I should have taken 2 back. I should have checked earlier. So if you have the same problem, check your wood, make sure it's straight, and if it ain't, reject it. Apparently if it bows, it's not so bad. But obviously if you're hanging the door, you need it to be straight. Now, this one, you can probably see, is a bit bowed. But it's not, is it twisted? Yeah, see this one's twisted and it's bowed. So I'm going to use this one for the outside stud wall, not for the door frame. I actually need to go and buy 2 more for the door frame because I didn't buy enough. Oh yeah, hang on a minute. Oh, I did buy enough. The other 2 are here. Sheesh. I need to get this thing built fast. I'm starting to lose it. Now we got this one as well. Oh my god, this is like a bloody curly whirly. Look at that. Bent and twisted. So this is going to be on this side. Now these are my 2 good ones. Perfectly square, perfectly straight. Look at that. That's nice, that is. And so's the other one. Take my word for it. Now all my wood, including the door, I've had inside the house for at least a week so it can get acclimatised, because if I left it in the garage, it would have, particularly now the autumn's coming, it would have got cold, maybe a bit damp, would have expanded a little bit. So I've had it in the house where it's warmer and drier, so the wood's acclimatised to the environment. So when I get it fitted, I'm not going to suddenly find that in a week the wood expands and my door gets stuck. Now, I'm not totally daft, you see. Right then, so I'm going to cut these to size. He says. Okay. To cut this to size, I'm obviously going to have to put that on there like this. And then measure up to the top where the other stud will be too. So I'm going to do that now. Yeah. Alright, so I just cut that one piece and it's a bit short. Now I realise where my mistake is, so I'm going to approach this whole thing a little bit differently. Because basically, don't forget, on the earlier videos when I screwed the side panels into the floor and the carpet, they went down by quite some distance, maybe 5 or 10 mil even. So I'm going to have that same problem here. If I don't bolt this bottom panel, this bottom piece of the stud wall to the floor now, then I'll mess up all my other measurements too. So I'm going to do that now and get this wood in. I'm going to have to, you know, pack it in with some offcut to make it fit, and then do the other side. So it's always a challenge. Here's the door. So I need to get an idea where I can bolt this down. So do there. That'll be there. That'll be there. That'll be there. So you can drill here. be there. So I can drill here. Yep, it's bowed. Okay. Well, it's bowed, but maybe I just have to lift the door up off it, obviously, and then that bowing won't necessarily be a problem. I'll show you how to make a stud wall. Very easy. I'm going to screw in through the bottom, so I'm going to drill a couple of pilots. Okay, a couple of pilots drilled there. Do the same on this side. You match this up to there like that, and then drill through. Okay, so the problem now is I can't fit this in because it was designed with the base bolted to the floor. So obviously now when it's not bolted to the floor it won't fit. So now I've got to fit this first and then squeeze it in. So now it should fit, right? Let's have a look. I need to chop a little section out of here so that this fits. And here it is, folks. This is the actual exterior stud wall fitted into place. And then inside this will be the door frame, which will be nice and square. And then I can fit the door to that. And everything will be hunky-dory, working beautifully. Job done.